Hello, this is Gregorio Dunajevich. I am psychologist and psychoanalyst. This is the beginning of my book, Succeeding Up to Death. Introduction. Little Richard is possibly the inventor of rock and roll. His music makes us vibrate today, as since he began to play in 1945. He was the one who made the songs that Elvis Presley sang, played, and danced. He passed away last year at 78 and practically delighted the world until his last days. In this book, we want to understand how can this happen. It could be believed that it's only a matter of drugs, that when they are in the environment of being exhibited, they began to take drugs. And when they exceed the amount of toxins that the body can't resist, the well-known drug overdose, the involuntary death occurs. It could be the explanation of some cases, but even so, it leaves aside the unconscious motivations that determines that behavior. But it also happens that in a number of artists, the drug does not participate in these outcomes. It does not appear in any bibliography that Violeta Parra, at 48 years old, after having written and sung Gracias a la Vida, Thanks to Life, took drugs when she was about to shoot herself in the temple. Nor did there appear traces of consumption in the Russian writer Mayakovsky, who chose the same method as Violeta Parra at age 37. Virginia Woolf, the English poet, did not consume any of it when she filled her pockets with stones and she then threw herself into the river from a beach to drown herself. Sylvia Plath, the beautiful and brilliant writer, also English, did not need to consume anything when she, after entertaining her two young children by leaving them breakfast, she locked herself in the kitchen and filled it with gas in order to die of poisoning. Who was very close to winning the Nobel Prize for Literature, Mishima, the Japanese writer, did not consume drugs or alcohol. He was only clear that he wanted to die as a hero. He had wanted to be a pilot kamikaze, but he wasn't allowed to fly planes because he had asthma problems. So he got himself killed with the excuse of violating the status quo of the Japanese political moment, trying to restore the monarchy. The Italian writer Cesare Pavese came planning his death since his adolescence. He only took barbiturates on the day of his death, when he chooses that end at 48. And the examples that refute drug use as a cause of death multiply day by day. We are going to see that psychological background that leads these geniuses to death is independent of the consumption of narcotics. What we do believe is that drugs and or alcohol play a role in some cases, anticipating that outcome. In the cocktail of circumstances that led to the death of an artist in his stardom, the existence of narcotics, as we have been explaining, is a secondary fact. What determines the final result is the psychological history of the artist. How that combination of genius and melancholy was built, that in the moment of euphoria, the intolerable dysphoria that ends with his life is triggered. A giant irony is provided by Freud when he told us 100 years ago that the superego dissolves in alcohol. The artist who begins to consume seeks to dissolve his persecuting ego, and precisely that toxic chemical is the one that advances the fatal descent.